There are new guidelines for breast cancer screenings in Canada, and they're being released today by the Canadian Task Force on Preventative Healthcare. But for some, the recommendations are far too conservative. CBC's Linda Ward is here with more on this story. Linda, what is the task force saying?
Yeah, so Natasha, the task force is saying that they don't recommend lowering the age for routine screening from 50 down to 40 for those who are of average risk. But they say that breast cancer screening is a personal choice, and anyone who wants to access a mammogram should be able to get one. Now, there have been a number of calls to bring that age down to 40. We heard from the Canadian Cancer Society earlier this year, releasing a position statement saying that it should begin at age 40. A U.S. task force made a similar recommendation last year. A number of provinces and territories have actually already started moving in this direction. This is a map we're showing you here. You can see Quebec remains at age 50 for routine screening for those at average risk. In Alberta and Northwest Territories, they've lowered it to 45. And then we look at BC, Nova Scotia, PEI, Yukon, and Nunavut, all at age 40 already. Now, when we look at New Brunswick, they go to age 40 on June 3rd. This fall, Ontario will begin allowing routine mammograms for those age 40. And in Saskatchewan, they're still at 50, but expect to begin phasing in that approach down to 40 in 2025. Newfoundland and Labrador has lowered its recommended screening age to 40 this month, but they don't know when they're going to be able to build more capacity into the system. And that is one of the concerns here, is opening this up to more people and being able to serve all of those people with these tasks that they want to get. This, again, has been called for by a lot of people, but there have also been some concerns that increased screening can also have harms, that it can lead to more overdiagnosis, lead to unnecessary testing, more biopsies that are not necessarily needed. But other groups have said, you know, this does lead to earlier detection of breast cancer and increased survivability of the disease. Now, the task force has said that it's very, very difficult to determine whether or not increased testing actually does decrease mortality here. This also, we should mention, doesn't apply to those who have symptoms. So if you have a lump or something like that, or a genetic predisposition, you're in a completely different situation. And that's when this test becomes diagnostic. So what we're talking about here is regular screening. And again, the recommendation coming down today is that they do not recommend regular screening for those under the age of 50 who are at average risk. Natasha.
CBC's Linda Ward, thank you.